Good morning, everyone. I am very ill. I have COVID, and the last time I spoke to you, I was saying how I was heading off to London. Alex is making some bread, so we can have some lovely bread and soup for lunch. So let me tell you the story of what happened. It's so annoying because the 2 times I've had COVID in this whole time have been the most inconvenient times. I mean, bar me getting COVID the week of my wedding or something, imagine if that had happened. They're the most awkward times. So the last time I had COVID was when my niece was born. Like literally, I think I tested positive a couple of days before and I took a test and I had COVID. And I didn't think I did because my symptoms were so mild. They were literally like I had the sniffles and I think I had a nap one day and that was kind of the extent of my COVID. And then this time I came back from the hen do that I went on for my bridesmaid Jasmine, who I'm a bridesmaid for as well, and my dad said he had COVID and I was like, oh my gosh. But I caught it inevitably and I tested positive on Sunday. I started to feel a bit off on Saturday. I was like sleepy, and then Sunday I woke up with a banging head cold, like a headache and like sniffles and stuff. Yeah, and then I had to contact, I can't say anything because it's like secret, but like I had to like say that I couldn't go to London, and it was so stressful. I was so devastated. I like cried my eyes out because it was really important. But it's being rescheduled and I just feel awful for the timing. But there's nothing you can do. It's all well and good, like looking in hindsight, like I imagine lots of you have had similar, where you've caught COVID and then you've thought, why did I go there or see that person or do this? Why didn't I think it through? Because that's just what happens and you can't really avoid it, I suppose. But I have been very unwell actually this time. Maybe it's because of the vaccines. It's a long time ago since obviously we had them. I have been quite under the weather, so I've been just relaxing for the last 2 days. You can probably hear it a little bit. I like fell asleep whilst gaming. That's the coffee machine. I literally was gaming and I fell asleep. That's how exhausted I was. I don't have a cough really, but I've had lots of sniffles, lots of tiredness, low energy, massive headache all the time, constantly. But it could be worse. I think both times I've had COVID, they've been relatively fine. So yeah, anyway, I thought I would just pick up the camera because the vlog I was gonna have this week was me in London. So I thought I'd just vlog being at home and feeling rotten. I hope you're all okay. Maybe it's going round again. I just got a delivery. Oh, shoot. I just got a delivery though. I'm really hot now. See, I'm getting like a fever as well. So I'm definitely not better. I was like, oh, I feel better today. I'll like pick up the camera and stuff. So this vlog may end abruptly after this clip and it will be the next day. But I got this delivery and I thought, well, at least I'll show them this. So I ordered some stuff from Booty. I actually, was it on Immaculate Vegan? Yeah, it was. There's a website called Immaculate Vegan. And I came across it, I think I just Googled like vegan handbag because I wanted a big handbag because I've only got, well, to be honest with you, I said this when I got my Chanel handbag secondhand. I only have my Chanel handbag that I got from Luxury Promise secondhand because it's vintage. I've got my JW Pay handbag that literally they gifted me, I think in 2017. A JW Pay backpack, which they also gifted me at the same time. And then a backpack that my mum bought me maybe in 2015. And then I've got my 2 Vivea tote bags that are like canvas material that are great for kind of going to the gym or traveling. But those are all the bags that I own. I don't own like a nice looking sort of larger handbag. So I've ordered one and I'll show you that when it comes. It's really gorgeous. It's like a big shopper handbag and it's quite versatile because you can clip it to make it a smaller handbag. But I looked on there and I realised the thing that I do all the time, and I'm not going to go on a rant because I've already talked to you for a long time, but I was ranting to Alex about this the other night. I'm sure he really enjoyed it. Are you in the room? He was a second ago. I have this issue that I don't buy clothing when it comes to clothing that's practical. And I think from the years of sort of learning and practicing minimalism, I have kind of left behind some bad habits with shopping and learned a lot about that. But as I've tried to sort of introduce things back into my life after being a bit extreme, I think, in my opinion, with minimalism for my life, I've kind of held on to some weird rules. And so when I go shopping, I happily shop for stuff that's to do with work or stuff that's to do with like a holiday or a trip or an occasion, but I don't buy practical clothes. And a lot of my clothes have been kindly gifted to me because of my job. So a lot of my clothing is like job related. So I'll buy dresses because I think they'll look good in videos. And honestly, that is a lot of the motivation for me to buy nice clothes, because I'm like, that will look really good in a video. That will look good in the background of photographs. Because it matters when you're like doing a cooking video. It looks nice if you're wearing something pretty. And a lot of those dresses, maybe they've been gifted, same as the shoes. And it's part of the job and it's wonderful and it's lovely. But what I don't do is I don't buy basics. Like I don't buy nice sort of practical vests or underwear or leggings. And it becomes a bit of a problem because then during the day I'm wearing the same clothes over and over and over again because I haven't bought myself practical clothes. So I just thought I need to break. It's almost, and I use this word, it's a controlling thing. It's almost it's not OCD, but because health anxiety, I'm really rambling about mental health, but I like to share it because I know some of you experience this stuff whenever I do. Health anxiety is a form of OCD, so are eating disorders. And those are two things I have experienced before. So it's kind of that mentality a little bit. It's not the same, it's not OCD, but it's this kind of controlling nature that I have in myself, perfectionism, controlling, where I have rules and I don't break through them. So I'm trying to do that. And what was my point? I don't know, I'm funny about. So anyway, it didn't need to be that deep. It really didn't, Maddie. But I ordered this stuff from Booty and I'm going to show you. So we've got pants, and I'm going to show you my pants on the internet. These look like the most comfortable pants I've ever seen in my life. Like literally, look how soft they are. I got them in a size large, so we'll see how they fit, because you just never know. Sometimes medium fits me, sometimes large fits me, sometimes extra large fits me. This looks like it should be right. They look very comfortable, they're high-waisted, and I got those in white, a 2-pack of white, and a 2-pack of, oh no, this is a bra, a 2-pack of black. And I usually, to be honest, size up with underwear, so I think maybe large was a size. I don't know, but I like it to not dig in or anything. I don't like it to be tight. And then this is a bralette, which, do you know what, if this stuff is comfortable, I'll get them in different colours, because this looks wonderful. It's so soft, and I feel like this is the sort of thing as well, if you wore it underneath things, it would look nice, like if you wore a jumper or a cardigan and you can kind of see it, because it is like almost like a top. They also have a padded version of this bralette, which I nearly ordered, and then I was like, no, I don't want padded. So it's good if you don't want to have your nipples on show, you can get the padded version. But yeah, this is weirdly a breakthrough for me to order this stuff. I don't know why. It's very bizarre. But a lot of my basics are literally from like, I don't know, ones that have been handed down to me from years ago. This is a sports bra, a black one. It's quite long. I quite like them when they are long line and sort of higher waisted. I feel like sports bras are the sort of thing that you have to think about what shape to get, because don't be fooled by the pretty styles. Get the shape that suits your shoulder size or your shoulder shape, your boob size, your waist size. Like I find that ones like this look better on me, the higher ones, than the ones that are lower, and the ones that also cut in a little bit, show my shoulders a bit, look nicer. That feels really thick and supportive as well. I think this is their leggings. So I thought that these leggings were actually quite a good price, because I was looking at brands like Lululemon and brands like Alo Yoga that do the kind of very popular, famous looking leggings. And I saw these and I thought they look the same, and they're sustainable, and they're cheaper. And to me, they look the same kind of vibe. I mean, I don't know, because I've never owned or worn those ones. My first instinct is maybe these are not going to be very long, but we'll see. I got these in a size large. Again, I will see what the sizing is like. My first instinct is these look... Oh, did I get them in 2 sizes? I think I got them in 2 sizes to try, yes. They look a bit big, but potentially what they could be is the comfy ones that I wear at home, and then these are the ones that I would wear to exercise in, because you don't want ones that fall down or that, you know, don't hug you in. These look more like my leggings that I own. They're a really nice material. They're kind of like a mix between sports leggings and normal leggings. And if these are a success, I will get more of them. I think they were £50 or £45, which I just thought was way better than some of the ones I was looking at that are like £100 or £90, and aren't sustainable. I do struggle because I'm tall and I've got no waist, so leggings sometimes just don't work and I have to pull them up the entire time. Like I've tried so many pairs of leggings that are sustainable and they just oh, it's just a nightmare. They don't work, and I'm like wearing them in the gym and they're falling down, and they're literally underneath my belly button, and it's uncomfortable, and they flatten my bum, and then they don't go to my ankles. So we'll see, we will see. And then, what are these? These come in little boxes. I think that all of their packaging is compostable. I made from GMO-free cornstarch, making me biodegradable, compostable and recyclable. PETA approved, 100% biodegradable. Yeah, I'm very excited if this stuff is good. And I think I got the same pants but little thongs in white and in black. So, oh, maybe not black. What's this? This is another bra, but it looks different. This is a white one. So I think maybe they didn't have a 2-pack for this. I swear I ordered, I'll have to look at my order. I'm now confused that there's not some things here that I ordered. I'm really excited and hopeful. I really hope that these look good. If they do, then it will change my life because I can order from them again for other things. And if they have more of those, if those bras are nice, I might order another one. But it's just about time I stocked up on basics like that, and I'm going to clear out some of my clothes, because I think what I do is I don't get them, and then I end up getting a version of them that I don't really want. So I needed to get some pants last year, and I went into M&S and I got some, I don't even remember, it was like a multi-pack, and they were really cheap. And I swear, I wore them once, washed them once, and then all the thread came out of all of them. And I was so unimpressed. They didn't look good. They looked really unflattering on my body, and it made me feel horrible. I think maybe I just picked up the wrong pair, because I know that M&S do loads of lovely underwear that I have got from them. I always like to share. We're not about perfection on this channel, and I know there's always chat on my channel about how I'm not minimalist, I'm not vegan, I'm not sustainable. And I always say I genuinely don't care if someone thinks that of me. I try and share my authentic self, and I always ramble about it, but there are people online who are sharing zero waste, minimal, sustainable living, and they aren't telling you the truth. They won't be authentic or show their 100% self because they get hate, and people will be nasty and mean, and people will hold them to a pedestal. So what they do is they choose to share what they want to share to help people and to improve people's lives and make them understand about sustainability and minimalism, and, you know, put a positive view out into the world and an aspirational sort of image. And they won't show the other side of it because people are just nasty and people have a go at you, and people don't allow people online to be authentic, because when you're not authentic, people say you're being fake, and when you're authentic, people say you're not perfect, why are you doing this, why are you doing that, you made a mistake. You can't win. So unfortunately, because I try and show the other side where I'm like, I'm trying my best, but I'm really, really not perfect, and I do loads of things that aren't sustainable or aren't minimal or aren't whatever, people really like to hold on to that. But I prefer to do this and just make it honest over anything else, because I'm done trying to live up to some kind of standard anymore. I'm 31. I don't need to live up to some category or some label anymore. What a waste of time, to be honest with you. Oh look, here, okay, there is another package. It made me realise when I cleared out my stuff that I did need some things like this. So yeah, here's a 2-pack of the black thong, which is going to be great under leggings in the gym. So that's everything. Anyway, I've chatted for 20 minutes, so that's wonderful. Sorry, Alex. I was going to edit this and think, for goodness sake, Maddie, you chat so much. I really do. Do you know what? I'm coming to terms with my existence online and the fact that I'm allowed to just be myself and chat as much as I want, say whatever I want. And if people don't like it, it doesn't really matter. Like, if someone moans about it or really wants to misunderstand me deliberately, I think that's the thing. If you're someone who's choosing to pick something I've said, extrapolate it, take all the context out, and then misunderstand me deliberately, then, like, I've lost you anyway, so there's no point me trying. Why? Why should I bother trying? Because most of you, when I chat about stuff, you try and understand me. You don't sit across from your friend and then they say something and you don't get it and you deliberately try to misunderstand them. You try and understand them and be there for them. So I should stop thinking of the people who deliberately misunderstand me. Anyway.
Can I run the tap? Because it's been 20 minutes.
I'm going to go now. I'm going to go and decide what I'm going to do today. I'm really hot, so I definitely still don't feel 100%. I don't know what to do with myself. My eyes, do I look unwell? My eyes look like little beads.
You look rough. You look like the pale man from Pan's Labyrinth.
I look very... Who? I do look very pale. I was going to walk with Roxy, but I looked outside and I was like, genuinely don't think I can think of anything worse. Good evening. Is it any surprise that I didn't vlog for the rest of the day? The last few days I was just thinking, because I've been like really switching off and resting, that is something that I struggle with, is to like properly switch off and not feel bad about myself for being productive. I think potentially that's like a millennial trait. I don't know if it's to do with the way that we were brought up and the kind of culture of going to university and, you know, getting a well-paid job, or, you know, that whole kind of trajectory when you're younger is really like ploughed into you. And maybe the way that our parents brought us up was very much of the approach of just like work, work, work and get it done. And that's just like cultural because of how they were brought up. It's all just like, I don't know, I find this whole how people are brought up and how people think as a age group fascinating. And I think that a lot of us struggle to like not equate our worth with our productivity and our worth with how like successful we are in our careers or how much we get done in a day. I have been feeling like the last few days like I should be working, I should be getting on with things, I should be like, even if I'm not working, I should be doing the laundry or tidying the house or like reading a book or doing something that is like good or productive rather than just lying down and gaming. And I've been challenging myself with that to say, no, you should rest, because if you've got COVID, you should just rest and then get better. And then when you're better, you can actually work, because what's the point of me sitting at my computer slugging through work and my brain not like fully absorbing it or doing it properly? Like I'll just end up probably prolonging my illness. So this has been a great lesson in rest and recuperation. And for the next week, I'm gonna really force myself to not rush back into it and to slowly ease my way back in with like a plan of sort of trying to do my routine, but slowly, you know, doing things like yoga and Pilates and going out for walks and, you know, maybe cooking some food again, because I've not been cooking. I've just been eating like ready meals, not ready meals. I mean, I've been having, what did I have for dinner last night? I had leftovers, Alex cooked. And I had like literally vegan cheese and pasta the day before because I couldn't be bothered to cook anything. Yeah, I'm gonna ease my way back into it and just like do whatever work I'm able to, even just like sitting in the living room. But the wonderful thing is I'm at a stage now with work where I have people who can support me. Obviously Alex, I'm like sitting there thinking like, oh, can I help you? And it's like, it's okay, he can take care of things. Like we work as a team, and then I've got people who work with me, so everything's okay. Like if I stop, it's not all like on my shoulders anymore, so I can rest. It's like fine. But it's like I'm trying to teach myself that it's fine. It's difficult. I suppose because I was supposed to be in London this week, that time has been freed up because I would have been doing what I was doing in London. So that's kind of allowing me to like relax. Anyway, this is obviously a very chatty kind of life update, chatty vlog, because I don't know how much content I'm going to be able to bring you in this video. But maybe the next part of the video will be a really relaxing, restful sort of day of me getting back into it. Maybe I can just slowly ease my way back into normality and not just rolling out of bed with a headache, feeling like I can't open my eyes and having so low energy that I can't even like do anything, that I have to just game all day, because it has hit me hard this time. I'm feeling a lot better today though. I don't know, my energy is more there, but I did feel rough today in the daytime. Anyway, I'll probably see you in the morning because I'm gonna make some dinner now and I have no idea what I'm gonna have. In fact, let me show you what Alex bought. He did like a Asda delivery or Sainsbury's delivery. There's actually a few fun things that he got, because I was like, just buy some food that I never buy this sort of thing, so obviously, you know, I love to cook from scratch every day, breakfast, lunch and dinner. But he got some fun vegan things. No chicken katsu with sticky rice. I think this is for him because I don't love katsu. I find it a bit boring, a bit mild. And then this isn't chicken tiger and curry. I'm tempted by this evening, even though we had a Thai curry the other day, so maybe this is what I want. Spinach ravioli from Plant Pioneers. So those are those things. And then he bought some soups. I think he had this for lunch. Look, we've not even washed up. He's been editing all day. The creamy tomato soup, plant-based. And then he got tomato and red pepper from Glorious, sweet potato and coconut dal, and warming carrot. It's really weird actually buying these, because I genuinely don't think I've bought these kinds of soups since maybe, like, I think I used to buy them sometimes during the pandemic, or like not during the pandemic, where we used to live, when we used to have an office. I used to sometimes get these from Asda when we would forget to bring lunch. But like I don't think I've really used these or bought these kinds of soups in years. And if I have done, it's been very occasionally. But I think they're very good just for occasions like this when you don't even have the energy to stand over a hob and cook. So I didn't eat these today actually because I didn't have an appetite today. So I really haven't had much bar just some cheese on toast and some fruit because I'm not even hungry now. It's really weird. It never happens to me when I'm ill. I never lose my appetite, but I don't know, not particularly hungry now either. So those are the fun things he got, and I've got to decide what to eat for dinner because I don't really want any of this. Who knows? See you in the morning. Good morning, we're back in the same spot. It's just morning, it's 11:30. And today I'm feeling better. Still not 100%, I think it would take a week or two. It's almost like it started off very much here in my head, burning headache, tension, all of that, and it's like slowly making its way out. So now I sound blocked up, whereas before I hadn't sounded blocked up at all. I've kind of managed to escape any sort of cough, which is good. But today I'm trying to have a bit more of my normality rather than rolling out of bed and into the garage onto the Xbox, because I am feeling better and I need to sort of slowly ease my way back in. So I've been kind of tidying up upstairs, and I did a bit of work this morning, very minimal, just like watching through a video and adding like timestamps, boring stuff like that. So I think now I'm gonna have some breakfast. I'm still not that hungry, so I'm gonna make a smoothie, and then I'm going to go next door, and I think I'm gonna get my book out and kind of write a list of things that I need to do over the next week or so, or even just for the end of this week, just bare minimum work. This is something I like to do if I'm ill or if I'm feeling not 100%. I will just write a list of the absolute bare minimum, like what I have to do, and add nothing else, because there's really no point in trying to make yourself do extra work or do things that don't necessarily have to be done when you feel this way, because you'll just make yourself feel worse. So it's something I've learned, I guess, over the years of trying to be more productive and more organised, and it has helped a lot, because then when you do feel better, you then have the energy to do it properly. I have tried on my booty stuff, and I said to Alex, I was like, oh, I'll probably return some things. I don't think I'm going to be returning anything. Literally, it is the softest underwear and leggings I have ever put on my body, and I highly recommend them. I love the fact that they're sustainable, and this is not sponsored. I think that I remember Imi once maybe talking about them years ago, but I've never bought anything from them. And this bra I've got on now, it's the kind of, it's essentially like you're not wearing a bra, which is something I've been looking for in a bra for so long. Because most bras will have a clip to strap it on, they'll have some kind of elastic around the band, they'll have something about it that makes you feel like you're wearing a bra, and I'm such a no bra person. I find bras uncomfortable. I don't know if it's the shape of my rib cage, I don't know what it is, but I will wear them, but I'm very much aware that I've got a bra on, whereas this, I literally feel like I'm not wearing a bra, and yet it's holding me. It's very like basically nothing, and I think you can get a padded version. It's essentially like wearing no bra, but my nipples aren't going to be like out, and it's holding me up a little bit. So if I'm wearing a jumper, I'm not going to be self-conscious in this video. Like sometimes I want to wear a no bra in my videos, but I'm aware that my boobs will be sort of like, you know, on show a little bit. So it's perfect. And can you see it through this? It's like a lovely sort of shape with a scoop neck. And then these leggings are so comfortable, and they do go all the way to my ankle, because I was worried they wouldn't, and they do. That's a really great explanation there, showing you. And I've kept both sizes. I've got a medium and a large. I'm wearing the large now. These probably are more true to size. And the medium are a bit more sucking in. The only thing I will say, which is the only slight disappointment about them, is that they are definitely not squat proof, because they're kind of more of a cotton material over a workout kind of legging material, which is totally fine because I have plenty of those kinds of leggings, and this is going to be great for at home doing yoga, or if I'm wearing a baggy t-shirt that covers my bum. Like, they're not going to be the kind of high sweat, because they're quite thick. They're not going to be like when I'm like really like going for it in the gym sweating vibes, or they could be upper body day kind of thing. But I'm in love with them. They are so comfortable. They're really, really high-waisted, so So they go all the way up. I didn't think they would. Oh, and they've got a little pocket here so you can shove your like card or your keys. Not sponsored. I'm just absolutely in love, and I genuinely am thinking like, why would I buy underwear from anywhere else? Because it's so soft, and I love the way it looks because it looks a bit, don't know, it's kind of got that kind of vibe of matching sets with booty written on it. I love the name as well. Very, very happy with it. It's put a big smile on my face and actually getting dressed for the day. So I don't know, I'm probably gonna, I don't know what I'm gonna do now. Am I gonna hoover? Looks a bit grubby down here. I'm gonna make a smoothie, go and write my list with Alex in the office because he's been holding down the fort, and then I'll have some lunch and maybe I'll show you what I'm probably gonna have that soup for lunch. Yeah.
Hi Maddie, so what do we have here?
I'm so excited. Is this not the ultimate comfort food?
This is your famous grilled cheese.
It's my famous grilled cheese. Do you notice that in like every single rom-com, the woman always her famous grilled cheese or her famous mac and cheese?
Yeah.
Why is that a thing? I find that so weird. I don't know if any of you noticed that. It seems to be in so many movies.
It makes them relatable.
To the point that me and my sister, whenever it's a scene where they're like cooking for somebody, we will always say it. We used to always say it before it would happen, and it would pretty much always be, we'd be like, oh, is it her famous mac and cheese? And it would, generally speaking, always be. I'm running risks here, wearing a white jumper, pouring
Doesn't surprise
tomato
me.
soup. Oh! It's not a very large portion, is it? When you have like these, they go all the way to the top of the bowl. Did it say it served 2?
Must have.
Well, we've got a toasty with it, so it serves 2. There's our lunch. This is like the ultimate I'm ill meal, isn't it? And we've got to dip.
But I was going to say, do you dip?
Oh yeah. What else would you do? It's going to burn my mouth.
Lovely.
10 out of 10.
What cheese did you use?
Cathedral City. It could be toasted more, but we've been waiting for this to toast for like 15 minutes. We need a new toaster.
Yes.
We've had it for like a decade. Look at you. You are utterly insane. You are so silly. Look at you. She's been lying like this, just so happy because of the fire, whilst I've been doing some work. And I was just saying to Alex, I've actually had a really good day easing my way back in. And right on cue, he's washing his hands. He's running the tap, can you hear? Al, did you get an alert on your phone that I was filming? I 100% bet you can hear it in the video. Anyway, yeah, I wrote a list in my book, and it was mainly, so there was a video that we had to post, which I've just posted. If you haven't watched that, it was my wardrobe declutter. So I posted that, did the thumbnail, did the description box caption, did the links, that kind of thing, did some emails and brand stuff. So was just sending some edits back to a brand, which... Is that you? What was that?
It's soothing sounds, water sounds for babies.
He is.
So you should know, when you complain about my water running, it's actually very soothing to babies. So stop complaining.
Yeah, so I've sent some edits off to a brand as well as some other things for them, and I've ordered some stuff for another brand thing. So like I've done some work that was on my mind, and there's just a couple of things that I need to do, like an email and sort out these memory cards, but I'm just going to do that tomorrow because it's 5:15 now. So I did a sort of half day and was very slow with it, and I didn't work in the office. I just worked in here with the fire on, which is good, but it's nice to ease my way back in. And then I think tomorrow I'm actually going to walk Roxy outside. Don't worry, I don't ever encounter another human being when I go on walks around here because I live... Oh, she heard me. Al, are you going to take Bobby out? Yeah, Al's going to take her out. She heard me say it because it was pouring with rain, so she's not been out yet. Look at her. Bobby, Daddy's going to take you on a nice long walk. He is, I promise. I promise he is. It was literally tipping it down, so the forecast said it wouldn't be raining this afternoon. Dogs don't like it when the weather changes because their routine changes, doesn't it? You just don't like it. You want the routine to be exactly the same every single day, which it hasn't been able to because Mummy's been ill. Yeah, I'm going to try and walk her tomorrow morning like normal, but I don't see anyone. Literally, I know the paths around here that I will not see another human being. so it's fine. And I'm actually going to take a test tomorrow to see if I'm testing negative yet. Fingers crossed. I don't think I will be though, because I think it can take like a week. Bobby, she's excited now. You excited? And yeah, I'll try and have a full work day rather than a half day tomorrow, but rest has been so great. I was just thinking about how wonderful it's been to rest and take time off, and how it's nice to actually soak up those times, soak up the times when you're busy and soak up the times when you're resting and you're relaxed, because they're both worthwhile and they're both wonderful for different reasons. But for the first time actually this morning, me and Alex were chatting for like a good hour about work stuff and bouncing off each other about ideas and reflections and thoughts, and that's when I knew I was feeling better, because my mind was active again, and it was both of us were feeling inspired, so that's good. And then I think I'm gonna have what I had last night. I had that spinach ravioli that I showed you, and it was really nice, and it took 4 minutes. So I think that that's something I might buy again, just to have like in the freezer if you're like in a mood where you just cannot be bothered, because you could easily like roast some vegetables in the oven and chuck that in, or just, I had it literally on its own with some vegan cheese on top last night, and it was great. Bobby, Daddy gonna take you out? Is Daddy gonna take you out? It is Friday, yay! And I'm feeling way better. I don't know if you can tell by my energy levels, but I am feeling like a normal person. I actually woke up and did everything this morning and kind of forgot that I had COVID. So I'm going to take a test today and see if it is negative. I don't think it will be, because I know from last time I had it, because I've only had it once before, that it takes a little bit of time after you feel better for it to go to negative. Alex somehow has evaded it. I don't know how that's possible, because we share the same bed and we share the same bathroom and the same house. But I will say that we have been trying to... Hello. I swear that Roxy does this too. When I start talking, he thinks I'm talking to him, so he starts chatting to me. We have been trying. So the last few days that I've had COVID, we haven't hugged or kissed, and it's so weird. Every time I see him, I'm just like, I miss you, even though you're right there. It's really sad. It's stressing me out. It's really stressing me out. And he keeps on saying the same. He's like, oh, I just went to hug you, but I know I can't. Oh, but it is worth it, because it means that he's not had to be ill, and he's been like washing his hands, disinfecting stuff as I've been using it, and it seems to have worked. I don't know how it's worked, because I just assumed, because I got it from my mum, and maybe the reason I got it from my mum is because we were recipe testing. We must have like tried some food with the same fork or something. I think it was quite a direct thing that we would have done. Anyway, I'm gonna walk Roxy. She's looking at me, she's very excited, because I am feeling like myself again. No headaches. I feel like a normal Maddie. I know that probably I'm still not normal Maddie. I know my energy levels probably aren't up there yet. But I'm gonna take her out because it's not pouring with rain. It looks like it's about to though. Get some fresh air, and that might make me feel better. And I might come home and be like, wow, I'm tired. I've got my hair mask on. This is like becoming a great routine for me. At the weekend, I will put a rosemary oil hair mask and let it sort of soak in. I used to be really self-conscious about wearing my hair like this, but I wore it in a video recently, and I actually watched the video back and thought, no, that is something that I've had in my head. I think maybe when I was younger, someone once said to me, you look really bad with your hair like pulled back or something, and that stuck, even though it's not true. Because I think this looks quite nice. If you put a bit of makeup on and your hair's all slicked back, and you've got like a nice sort of workout outfit with my booty leggings, it can kind of, it fits the vibe, and it's a nice way of prolonging the hair being greasy. I'll link the rosemary oil that I use, and it's really definitely working on my little patch of hair that was, I think, from scraping it back. I'm also not scraping my hair back up anymore, and if I do, it's just like very loosely, very temporarily. I'm trying to do sort of low buns, plaits, etc., because I think that's what pulled it out. Anyway, let's go for a walk, Bobby. Do you want to go on a walkies? Do you want to go on a walkies? Is that a big fat yes? Oh, it's a big fat yes. I got changed because, not to go into too much detail, but if you have a female dog, then sometimes accidents happen with their bum. I had to change my jumper when I was cuddling Roxy. Anyway, we are doing our meal plans. Sorry, I'm having to step really far back. I mentioned how I'm trying to do a meal plan, meal prep every week to just change things up a little bit, because in the past I was just cooking whatever, making it fit into maybe recipe videos, using what's in the cupboard, which means I was constantly topping things up and not using what was in the cupboard, just due to lack of time and not being organised. So I'm trying to change that, and every single Friday I am using my afternoon motivation to sort of get work done. This week's been a weird work week, obviously because I've been ill, but I'm going to use every Friday afternoon and treat it like work, because it is work, to go through the pantry, do my any list and decide what food we're making, and decide what I'm meal prepping for the weekend, because then it means that I can coordinate that with filming videos. So I can try and make sure that I'm filming a reel or a TikTok recipe every week that's planned in. Plan it in with what I eat in a week, what I eat in a days, recipe videos I'm filming, recipe testing that I'm doing, and it can be more integrated into my life rather than it being separated. And us kind of like, but what we used to do is kind of buy our food for the week and then do recipe videos and buy those ingredients, and then it would kind of always end up that we would have too much food. We would never put food to waste. Like I basically never throw food away, because I'm like really particular about that. I think that's ingrained in me from my parents. I hate food waste, but it meant that we were stocking up our pantry when we didn't need to. So I'm just basically writing a list on my phone. I'm just using the notes app. Maybe there is actually a way of doing this on any list, so I could transfer it over. But for now, I'm just doing it on my notes app, and I'm literally writing down everything that's in the pantry. I was hesitant to do this last time, but I actually think that it's necessary. So I'm gonna go through all the essentials and do the same in the fridge. So every week I can kind of like look, and I don't have to come into my pantry, and I kind of know what's going on. I imagine that this will end up not being updated, but I can try and redo it like every month or something. To keep on some of things so that we know what we've got, because right now our tins drawer, I have been trying to empty it for so long and we keep on filling it again, and it's annoying me, so I'm gonna go through it. I mean, it's because we use a lot of tinned beans and stuff. That's something actually I'd quite like to do more of, is actually like cooking beans from scratch, because it is cheaper and in a way it's healthier because you're cooking it from scratch. Actually, I have no idea. That is a massive claim that I just came out of my mouth that's probably not true. I don't think it's healthier, but it's something that's worthwhile trying, because I know that at least if you make like hummus from dried chickpeas, then it's creamier because you can like cook it from scratch and it's apparently creamier. So anyway, I'm rambling. Let's get into the pantry cupboard. I have officially written, I think, absolutely everything in our kitchen. As I was doing it just now, I was thinking like, how long is this realistically going to last? Because I have to keep this up. I think the pantry stock will be something that I really want to keep up, because that's incredibly useful, because those sorts of things maybe you're going to be using once or twice a day, so it's quite an easy thing to go, at the end of the week we use those things this week. I think that the fridge and the freezer stock will be the ones that I don't stay on top of, because like realistically, am I going to be writing down every time I have an ice lolly or something? I don't know. We'll see. I could start trying to do it every evening when I go to bed. I like write my plan for the following day. Maybe I could just quickly go on this and take off things that we've eaten that day. We'll see. I think that the pantry thing I should stay on top of that, and I really want to stay on top of it, but the fridge and the freezer, probably not. But it has helped me, and we have so much food that I have actually decided that I'm not going to go shopping, because there's nothing that we need. We literally can make food from what we've got. I might film it, I'm not sure. I might do a week of just stuff from the cupboards. But it's going to be, I feel like it won't be that entertaining, because I have a lot of stuff in my cupboards. Oh, because I'm not like the average person when it comes to like food. Obviously I've always got stuff, because we're always filming constant, like literally every single day. I'm not the last week because I've been ill, but you know, I'm always filming recipes. So I'll ask Alex what he thinks. I'll look at the content calendar on Sunday, because I've kind of not worked this week. I'm planning on Sunday and Saturday to really plan my next week and what it is I'm going to be doing. So it might be that that's part of it, and that I just like look in the cupboards and figure out what meals that I can make. So hopefully, well, let me know if you're interested in that, and I'll see if I could do that next week, because I really don't think we need to go shopping. I think the only thing maybe we should go shopping for is maybe I literally think all we need to get is some Oatly and some fruit. I think that's it. Maybe no, we don't even need vegan cheese, we've got loads. Yeah, I think that's literally it. So with that said, I'm going to say goodbye. I hope you enjoyed this very random, very unplanned, very just, I don't even know what this video is about video. I'm feeling a lot better, and it's the weekend, so I'm going to relax and enjoy. So I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. You liar! I said to Alex to pass me the camera, and he's caught me red-handed sitting on the counter. Does anyone else do this? Please say you do this. We just got delivery. Is it really weird you filming me doing this? Yep. Okay, give me the camera. I'll put it down somewhere. I thought I would show it to you because I did mention it, that I ordered this. So, and with my colour theory mention in my last video, so many of you have been great and are telling me what you think my colour palette is. And I'm actually really tempted to get a proper colour consultation. Some of you mentioned Use Less, who I do know on YouTube. I remember watching her years and years ago, because she talks a lot about minimalism and capsule wardrobes. Really love her channel, so I was thinking maybe of speaking to her about it. But the overwhelming thought is that I'm a winter, either a true winter or a dark winter. I think I'm a dark winter, because I did Google it, and it's like is it a dark winter or a true winter? Basically, the difference is that one of them is completely cool tone, and one of them is a mixture of like, it's like winter, but it's got a little bit of warmth, which I do think is true, because I do have hazel eyes. I know that I've got high contrast, but my skin is not cool toned. So when I was younger, I used to buy pale makeup, and there was always only ever one option. It was super pink, and it would look awful on me. It would wash me out, it wouldn't be the same colour. Whereas now they're much better, with having like a pink toned pale, a neutral toned pale, and a yellow toned pale. And I'm very neutral toned. Wow, is this autofocus working? Nope. I'm neutral with my undertone, and I do suit gold jewellery. Probably actually now I'm thinking I potentially need to expand and buy some silver jewellery, because maybe that actually suits me better. But I think when I was looking, it said that like a dark winter suits both, but you have to steer from like really yellow gold. So interesting. Yeah, I just think that I'm not because I've not got like blue eyes, I haven't got ashy hair. My natural hair colour, like this is dyed, so it's dyed, and it means it goes a little bit darker than my natural hair colour. My natural hair colour it's a deep red undertone to it, so it's not a dark brown that's ashy, it's a dark brown that's warm. And even to the point I actually have like some individual like literal red hairs in my natural hair colour. Hairdressers have said it before, they've been like, this is really weird, you have like a full head of really dark brown hair, but there's like a random red hair in it. Anyway, Maddie, stop talking because this video is super long. But that's what I think I am, because I think the proper true winter with the purples and the blues, I don't have some of those clothes in my wardrobe, but the colours that seem to fit the other winter, I do have in my wardrobe, so which would make sense that I'm drawn to it. Anyway, please stop talking, I'm really rambling on. This was from Immaculate Vegan and the company is Oliver Co. So here is my new little card wallet, a lovely emerald green. So this is the sort of colour that lots of you said, these kind of deeper jewel tones and bright colours apparently look good on me, rather than the sort of warmer colours. So yeah, you can see that these colours work well. Anyway, I'm not going to be holding my wallet up to my face, but I was even looking and thinking I really should get a burgundy coloured handbag over a tan coloured one, because I was looking at tan handbags and I was thinking maybe actually I should go for a burgundy one. Maybe that would be more like fitting and would look great in my wardrobe with some of the things that I wanna own. The only thing about this wallet is there's no space for coins, but then I don't really use coins, so that's fine. But yeah, it's a really beautiful vegan leather wallet with loads of spaces. So you can put your cards in here, there's space in here for money, space in here for like, I guess, something that's more essential that you use all the time. Really, really love this, and it can easily slip in my handbag if I'm going out. And let's see. So Oliver Co, they're an independent studio and responsible maker dedicated to creating beautiful everyday products. Apple leather, so it's Oeko-Tex certified premium bio-based fabric made using 50% apple waste and 50% polyurethane, coated onto a cotton polyester canvas. The result is a durable but soft fabric that is perfect for hard-wearing accessories. The apple byproduct comes from Bolzano in Italy, one of the world's largest apple producing regions. Due to the sheer scale, it's faced with a significant amount of waste. The leather upcycles the unused apple to create a material with considerably reduced environmental impact. And I was having a little bit of a discussion with somebody in the comments in the last video because I mentioned leather not being sustainable. And obviously this is kind of the sort of realm of where people have different opinions, but I just prefer to buy vegan leather that's made from things like recycled apple leather and secondhand leather over new leather or PU leather that's just plastic. It's just more sustainable. The animal agriculture industry is so highly polluting because of the greenhouse gases that animal agriculture produces, specifically cows, and the deforestation that happens when it comes to leather. So they're having to like obviously farm cows, and I think a lot of leather comes from Brazil where there's a lot of deforestation. That is going to always be more unsustainable than any other product because you're having to, you know, farm an animal. So the kind of greenhouse gases that pollute the air that comes from leather will always be far higher than a vegan leather product. I understand the argument for like PU leather, obviously it's plastic, that's not great. Also lasting in the environment isn't great, but the vast majority of leather is tanned with chemicals. So I think only 10% of leather is tanned with vegetable oils, which means it will biodegrade. But most leather that you will buy on the market is tanned with chemicals, so it won't biodegrade. So they're both non-biodegradable products either way. Not to mention I'm just not comfortable with buying product that's made from the skin of a dead animal. Like the ethics of that trumps anything. And then the sustainable stuff, like I just think there are just so many amazing companies doing sustainable things, and I just think the vast majority of people aren't buying like sustainably farmed leather. And if you are, like that's probably your personal ethical choice is different to mine, which is fine, we have different opinions on it. But I think that, yeah, most leather isn't coming from a place of sustainability. And the byproduct argument as well, it's like, I just don't agree with the animal agriculture industry as a whole, the sort of mass scale of it. So it being a byproduct, that's not really a selling point to me. Just don't think it's a great idea. So when things like this are available, I just think it's a good shout because you're just reducing the impact. And yeah, do your own research though. Obviously I'm just an influencer online, so do your own research and look into it and come to your own conclusions, because I always think that's a good idea. And then we have biscuiteers. Alex is going to love me because he was just saying that he's editing this video and it's really long and I'm chatting a lot, so he's going to love that this has been added to it. Biscuiteers have sent me some biscuits. They sent me some amazing, they're not vegan. Al, these have been sent to me and they're not vegan. I'm not sure why they've sent this. There's no note, no nothing. I mean, it's very kind of them, but it's got milk in it. Because they sent me some recently, which is probably why I'm now on their PR list, some vegan biscuits that were shaped like cats, and I thought that was so cute, so I posted it on my story. So they must have got me on this list. It's a little coat. They make beautiful biscuits basically, but this one's not vegan. They do have vegan ones though. I'll have to, who can I give this to? Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm actually gonna go now. I'll link this below if you wanna, or I'll link Immaculate Vegan if you wanna go check them out. Gonna go fill this card wallet up now.